Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, I'm not going to waste too much time on intro. It's, same as the last stream, just going to be doing some retopology. In terms of where we're currently up to, let me just get that up. So the latest render we have is this guy. So for the progress renders, I'm using the up-res version. Obviously, I'm still working on the lower res retopper, but the final mesh resolution will be the subdivided version. So I've rendered that. But yeah, we made a fair bit of progress in the previous stream. Obviously, ignoring the up-res. We got the ears a lot more completed. We got most of the head and neck sorted. I've got some changes I want to make to the neck. But yeah, I'm just going to get on with the stream in this one. So I'm just going to, for now, just delete this guy, or hide him maybe. I can delete him later if I want to. And let's make this guy a solid object, and then we got the low res. Yeah, we'll just work with this. So I'm also going to hide you. And yeah, let's just get onto that. If there's any questions, as always, do feel free to ask. So in terms of what I need to do first, obviously I need to get the arms and legs in. That's pretty high priority. I also want to change the flow of the topology over the shoulder, because currently I've realized it's, the back of the neck is flowing to the front of the collarbone, and I really don't like that. I much prefer this to go out to the side and for the front to go over to the back. So we'll quickly fix that. I'm also just going to open my window 1 second. It suddenly got really warm in here. There we go. I've also boosted the audio a fair bit, so if the audio is too loud, do let me know. But I've checked my videos volume in the past. It seems like they're all way too quiet, so I've boosted it by 6 dB just as a filter in OBS. Let's ignore this bit. So I want to get the shoulder sorted, so let's do that first. First things first, I'm just going to drag this, because I do want these two loops here, so I'm going to move those over. I just want them to be closer together. And what that does is gives us a bit more room to play with. Because basically now what we want is to have all of this, let's simplify it a bit. Yeah, basically what we want is to have all of this travel to the back, and we can notice how the back only has a couple loops, and one, well, from that 5-point star, we have 2 on this side to that one. On this side, obviously it doesn't link over, but we have at least 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can double the resolution on the back. Yeah, so we'll solve this first, because this is going to be something that's quite tricky. I do need to relax this slightly. Cool. So back to square one in terms of doing that. I don't know where the line needs to be drawn. I'm going to take it all the way over to here, because I do quite like these loops. So I'm just going to, let's just extend these out. And we'll see how it goes. It sounds great. That's good. If you think it should go louder, let me know. I'm happy to make it louder still. So my plan right now is just to connect the front to the back, directly. And I want to get to at least here, and we'll figure out what to do with this. I did forget to reach out to any riggers, so I don't know if the topology is exactly going to be perfect, but don't always need perfect. Functional is what I need. So this is going to be quite hard to connect, but let's give it a go. Although we're trying too hard to compress it, I think, at this stage. we need another loop in here. So we've got something pretty basic in place now. I need to resolve this though. So what can we do? Obviously, one thing we technically can do is have a loop that goes around the collarbone, and that would allow us to resolve some of this. So let's give that a go. Let's try. Where should it end? I guess let's try here, because we do want something for this little area as well. So that does make sense for it to be there. So that looks really aggressive for now, but the moment we do that, it starts to work a little bit better. And then we can add a loop there as well, although that is going all the way to the face. It'd be nice if it came from there, but that's would require relinking a lot of stuff. Well, we're gonna up-res later actually, so we'll ignore that. Oh, but of course that means we're now running out. Okay, so that's not the way we want to achieve it. How do we want to achieve it then? We could do manual. That's where I want it to end, right? I just want to try this. I don't know if it will work or not. In theory, that would establish a loop. And then I just need to fix it. So obviously these triangles can be ignored. That's no issue at all. We just do that. This guy, we want that to connect, right? So we can just do that. And then with you, so that's a complete loop for the collarbone? Yeah, I think so. That still does result in us needing all this extra stuff here. So I'm not sure that was the right way to go. It's easy enough to fix later, so I'll keep it for now. Like, if we want to fix it later, all we have to do is collapse these edges. So let's try to get this resolved. So somehow, we need to resolve that. That's the fundamental, like, problem here, like this point. Okay, so you're simple enough, and you're a quad. Don't particularly like that though. I really don't like this collarbone loop as well actually, so let's get rid of that. So I prefer this over yesterday's topology, but this is still a bit much. Although we haven't relaxed it yet, so maybe it'll look better when we do that. Oh, we can relax the back quite a lot now as well. It's looking better to me. So let's get these these lined up where they should go. Not fond of this, like how quickly these polygons increase in size. In theory, I can just do that. Although that would involve adding a loop down here, wouldn't it? What can I do to resolve that? I also need to decide if I actually want to add this in topo, because if I do, this is already, like, I've already missed that boat. And have to delete most of the shoulder. I mean, it was a quick enough thing to fix, it's not the end of the world, but maybe we should get the arms blocked out and then come back to this. I also need to tackle this, the elephant in the room, of getting the ear connected, although I need to do that once I've modelled, like once I've got the inside of the mouth and the inside of the eyes and stuff. There's no point up resing before I have everything in place. It just makes my life harder. There's also an argument to be made where I could have topo kind of follow the ribs down a bit more. Hey Patrick, how you doing, man? Yeah, I'm not showing the loops in this area. I mean, I'm not showing a lot of the loops, to be honest. Will I be grooming this character? There's not really much to groom, to be honest. I'll be doing like surface grooms, as in like, you know, grooming for the cloth that he's wearing and stuff. I'll get the reference up. Let me just... So this is the ref. So there's not really much to groom. I will be adding groom for the clothing, like little subtle fuzzes. There will be a bit of peach fuzz on him, although he does have face paint on. I think I'm going to give him eyebrows and eyelashes as well, but I kind of want to play about with getting paint on those. I have no idea how I'm going to do that yet. I'm thinking of doing like a instance, like, you know, model some paint flakes and instance them on. And one interesting area that I'm playing about with for groom is a lot of these pencil marks. I kind of want to incorporate those into the actual final render. So I'm thinking of tracing them with like stray hairs that are just stuck to them, like dog hairs or something. That could be interesting. But in terms of general grooming, there's not really much grooming to be done. So I can't really go too deep into it. I'm gonna go overkill on the bits of groom he does have, but he doesn't have much groom. So, short answer is no, technically. Alright, so let's maintain this middle line. Got you. Thanks for clarifying. I was watching your groom tutorials and they're amazing. Really, rarely find something so good and so planned. Thanks, man. I'm glad you like them. It only took me like 5 months for like, what, 5 hours of video was it? Or 7 hours of video in the end? Delete the... There we go. Yeah, I'm glad you like them. I probably won't be using Action, to be honest. I'll likely be using Yeti for this project, although I am still waiting for Yeti to be released for Maya 2022. I also need to buy the upgrade. I also need to buy Maya again in May, which is going to be lovely to have to do again. I feel like I should go the other way, right? That's a bit better. Naturally, I'm going to have to sculpt. Well, technically, this area is completely hidden from camera. Do I give the butt loops? That's a question that only CG artists ask, I feel. Ah, actually, that's a lie. A lot of people ask that question. That is some very ugly loop. So I guess we want to connect you up and continue this down, and that can be where the loop starts. We can come back to this bit if I want to add loops. I will want to add loops, but we can get the leg blocked out first. So let's do that. Ah, fuck this. Get rid of these first. So let's get clear dots. Where does that loop go? It's gonna go all the way fucking over, isn't it? I'm spending way too much time this zoomed in. So glad I didn't sculpt a butthole. Butthole sculpting is reserved for more special projects. So. Well, these can become useful for the butt, right? Alright, we're doing the butt now. I feel like 5 from sounds hard. Content is really good. I was approached to record some tutorials and yeah, no, absolutely. The moment I had to record my voice, it doesn't help that like Flip Normal's standards are really high, which means that like what I initially thought would be like a couple weeks to record voiceover ended up being way fucking longer because of background audio. Because obviously living in London, you get a lot of like sirens and then you got things like desk fan noise or computer fan noise, and they didn't want like any of that kind of noise like in the background. Which made it a lot harder to record, like so much harder. It could have been a lot faster than it was, but it didn't, so. Oh, we got butt loops. That's a sentence. Saggy little butt loop. Technically that should go straight over, so right, how did that work before? Oh yeah, I'm forcing too much. Alright, now we'll ignore that. Mike, did you message Marius and Taco? No, I didn't. Forgot to in the end. I do need to still. I'm gonna just delete history because it's getting slow. Now the game is to decide when do I cancel. Oh wait. Ah, it doesn't self-terminate. Okay. Why would I want that? Maybe this loop should just continue that way. No, actually you shouldn't, because the butt goes that way. Right, so alright, so this loop's allowed to get a little bit messy. Just move it down like that. Oh yeah, of course you did that. Alright, cool. How is that even remotely flat? There we go. And then I need to... So this is something that... It's not a trick anyone taught me, but I remember having a bit of fun with this method, and it worked surprisingly well. Let's see if it backfires now. So I want these to be like evenly spaced, and I could spend time kind of going around and moving them all out, or I could make this circular, which is not located here. Where's make circular? Circularize. There we go. So now they're perfectly evenly spaced. Now I just go back in and snap them back to the mesh. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to quickly soften the normals. I need to make a button to set the facing soften edge. And there we go. So now, when I smooth this, I'm going to go with a big brush. Just do that. And there we go. Ah, fuck. It didn't work as well as it used to. Alright, cool. Fuck me, am I right? Either way. This works better. Why has that done that? Okay, well we're going to have to manually fix it. Worth a try. Don't like this, like, at all. So let's delete that. Why does it do that? So let's delete you, and that's gonna not wanna work for me, is it? Such ugly topo though. Maybe I need to continue this round for a little bit. Why would I want that? Don't want to add more loops to the arm. why are you not connecting? Terminating too many loops there now. I don't want to settle for this. I mean, it plays nicer once I add the maybe I can move this across. Let's move that across. Looks less evil as it moves out. Well, I guess that's how we're going to do it. Works well enough for now. Especially since it will literally never be seen. I like how the topology is trying to follow the actual muscles, not realizing that is not what I want. Delete history. Oh, hello, look at you, tell me you're online. Oh, that's cool. Hey Rebecca, what's up? You got the frame still gig? Frame still gig? Becca! you haven't told me. Right, we're going to do proper knee topology, or we're just going to leave it? Because at this point we're now out of frame in terms of the topo that we do. Like the entire time it's been covered by clothing, but now we're completely out of frame entirely, so... okay. Hope she's doing well. I haven't spoken to her in years now, I think. Used to work with her at NPC. Cool, so let's drag that. Oh. Do we stop at the knee? There we go. That's far enough down. We can come back to it later. The butt topology really isn't working for me. Like, I know we didn't really try, to be honest, but like it's a little bit lacking, even in the framing of not really trying. Time to butcher the arm. Let's just take that straight to the elbow. Let's see if just skipping along works faster. That's not what I want at all. That's even less what I want. Let's delete history. I wonder how the smoothing algorithm works, because that isn't really smoothing. Oh, there's a face inside there. That'd be why it was smoothing weird. So what are we doing? I'll naturally be smoothing this like a lot, but for now I just want to throw some loops in so it has the geometry to work with. Why would I want that? Mine is slowing down now. It might be worth cutting the mesh into a few more pieces. So, obviously I'm not going to do hands. lower legs aren't really needed because the I only need the thighs to come up to kind of simulate a sitting position for the cloth sim. So that's fine now, that's enough geometry. We can decide later if we want to do like actual nice loops. But I think that should be good enough. We got loops going over the shoulders now. Ooh, that is not nice. Where are you going? Oh, fuck you. And it comes back. Oh no, that's just the other one. Or is it? Ooh, that's very ugly. Okay, do I fix it? Please let me delete the other loops. Okay. So I've learned not to add loops there anymore. Set to face, soften edge. So let's try the up-res. So I'm just gonna copy the name of this guy and then delete it. Duplicate this guy and paste that name. We're then just gonna grab that mesh, smooth it once, because that's the final resolution. So he is 20,000 faces currently, plus the ears later, which is another couple thousand. Is this practice or are you collaborating with an animator? It's just practice. All of my streams are solo projects. I try to do everything myself. Once we up-res to this resolution, I will be going in and kind of cutting some extra edges for things like belly buttons and stuff. But we got that smoothed. Let's quickly transfer from to or source target, mesh, transfer attributes. I want to transfer vertex position by world. There we go. So that just snaps it back to the model. So that's our final kind of viewport topo. It's nothing beautiful, but it's functional. It'll work. Definitely want to go in and kind of cut specific loops though for the belly button and the wrinkles and stuff. I think overall that's seeming pretty solid. I need to close the holes at the ends as well. So we'll do that now actually. So we'll keep that for now. Actually, we need to close these holes later. Yeah, we need to close them later. Okay, that's gonna be a bit annoying. Might have to blend shape to get those holes back to where they should be. Right, so I don't want to connect the ear yet because that requires me to up-res, and I don't want to up-res it quite yet because I need to get the inside of the eye, the nose, and the nostrils. So nostrils are quick enough. Let's do those. Oh, they're gonna get fucked up as well, aren't they? Oh, this is gonna be great. Is that the mesh? Oh, that's the one that has all the intersections and stuff, but that's also the one that's highest res, so we'll keep that for now, since the head is all one mesh anyway. So there was something I wanted to fix about the nose, topology wise. So I'll get to that in a second. My issue with the nose currently is that, so just checking the nostril. There we go. Let me just get my pivot in a better place. There we go. That's better. So let's get that there, you there, you there. So my issue with the nose at the moment is that there's too many loops flowing into the nostril. Like, I don't really like that. Oh, we've got an end on. When did you happen? And we got a face there. Oh, a vertex there. Let's just quickly correct that. There we go. So, yeah, we need to get at least that one going this way, so let's come on. There we go. So how do we close you in a satisfying way? I mean, we can do that, but that's really ugly. So are you any better? No, that's incredibly awful. Wait, what's happening there? Oh, that is full. Yeah, we're not doing that. Is that a closed loop? Oh, that's nice. Okay. I enjoy that. Have to take a walk with my dog. Have a nice evening stream. Cheers. All right, have a good night, Mario. Hope you're down well, mate. This should be moved back. Because the actual, this shape, like kind of curling in, happens back here. So let's do it back there. Well, that's, no, that's about right actually. You can actually see the sculpted line there. Ooh, is this about to... Not sure I like that, but let's have a look, see how this is when it's done. Again, it could be one of those where as soon as you smooth it out, it works. That was a lie. This needs to be down here instead. Okay, back here. So, I need you to go that way. And that encloses the nose, which is actually kind of pleasant. Can I delete any loops just to make this simpler? Can add the loops back in later. Come on, let me fucking delete you, please. Ah, fuck you. So I do want more geometry in here. But we are now adding too many loops to the top of the mouth. So we're going to have to pull this out for that to work. To kind of get these straight. Let's delete the history again. Oh, we've ended up with something nasty. There we go, that's better. Let's close loop again. Nice. Why would that be what I want? There we go. Now let's just smooth this out. Obviously now we can add that loop back in. That was now smooth, a little bit nicer still. I feel like we do need to terminate some loops up here. So we've already actually done this before, which is helpful. So all we need to do is add a filter. Although his expression means that should be lower. So let's put that in place. And that spaces those back out. That loop should be to the corner of the mouth. I guess that would be the most suitable one. Let's get that back there. The lower lip is way too low res. Like we can space these out more. You connect to that. I can delete you. I can't delete you. Oh, no, I can delete you. What a pleasant surprise. So, the reason I deleted those is just so I have less edges that I have to move. Makes it much quicker. Definitely need more loops though. Oh, we have this guy. Perfect. Alright, let's undo that quickly. That's why it's helpful to have loops that come back to the area they began in. Or like, I like to call them horseshoe loops. Just because they resemble a horseshoe. I don't know what their technical name is. To be honest, I don't really know what the technical name of most things is. Or are. What tablet do you use? Honestly, it doesn't really matter, but I use a Intuos Pro. Well, mine's technically the Intuos 5, which is the old version of the Intuos Pro. Mine's like, I bought it back in 2014. Or my parents bought it back in 2014. Well, my mum and my nan bought it back when I was in 2014. Got that eventually. These are getting pretty brutal. Okay, let's temporarily delete these loops again. Fix this up. once I close the mouth, or once I put the inside of the mouth in place, this will relax back the way it should go. But because there's a hole here, it naturally tries to relax towards it, which is annoying as fuck. If Autodesk ever see this, I'd love for them to fix that behavior. So currently, when you smooth with this mode enabled, it smooths towards any holes. So how many loops are on top? Because I'm going to need to match this up. So I need from there to there, which is 16. So we need the bottom to be 16. And it is 16. Nice. I guess the reason it's stretched out is because it's an open mouth, right? So that's a really satisfying number as well. So let's quickly smooth out some of this junk. Why is some of it so smoothable? Because I've already been over all this stuff, smoothing it. Oh, I also need to figure out how I'm going to model the caruncular. If you're wondering why I'm worrying so much about spacing all this stuff, it's because the moment I smooth this, it's much harder for it to, as in like when I do the actual polygon smooth, not the relax brush, it gets a lot harder to line things up because there's more things to work with, which is not good. It's like sculpting high res like immediately, like without tons and tons of practice, it's really hard to get that right. I feel like I need a little loop in here to kind of help capture that corner of the eye. Like this is fine, but it's not great. It's serviceable, but that's not necessarily what I want in my topology. Not all the time anyway. For the body, yeah, sure, why not? But for everything else, for the face, which is like the main point of this project, I'm not convinced that that's enough. There we go. Let's get rid of that. Actually, I can add that back in later. Just gonna move the phone as well so it's not on the desk and deafening you guys whenever I get a call. Right. So let's quickly smooth out the arm. I don't like how many polygons are at the back, but I can't really do much about that. I mean, I can drag them around like that, but there's not much that can be done. See, for the sake of topology challenge, I kind of want to do proper loops for like the elbow and stuff, but at the same time it's so completely pointless that there's really no point in me doing so. Although we can add one of those, let me just, can do that. Actually, there's a quicker way of doing that. Grab here to here, down to here. Bevel face. Go into quad draw. Oh, turn that off. Now go into quad draw. Close you. Now we can just add, like really artificially add extra detail in this area. That's the quickest way to get like the extra definition. It's not really adding supporting loops, it's just adding, like, you're not refining the shapes, you're just giving it more resolution, which isn't always the way you want to go, but it'll work well for these cases. Cool. Belly button. Do I want to enforce that now or after the subdivision? Again, doesn't make a difference to the final outcome of the project, but kind of want to do it. Although we'd have to do that pretty soon because it's got all this stuff too. We'll see. Right. Next bit would be let me make a super quick button for this. History, echo all commands. So I want to go mesh display, unlock normals. Wait, actually, do I need to echo all commands for this? Right, so mesh display, unlock normals. Set to face, soften edge. I can't just do that, can I? I need to learn how to do scripts. Cool, but there we go. Well, that's not pretty. Again, smoothing towards a hole, absolute nightmare. Let's undo that because I'll be smoothing the whole model later. Just tighten up that crease a bit. Alright, so next area is inside of the mouth and inside of the nose and eyes. And then we can smooth it. So, what I'm going to want to do is create a selection set from all these faces. Set. Oh, weird how that is face 0. Is that where we started? So now we have to model the rest. Extrude. So let's just delete that. Cool, so grab you. That should do for that. That can be the midpoint. So let's just manually adjust some of these edges. So this area here basically is the thickness of the eyelids. So what happens if I edit edge loop on this guy? Cool. So once it gets this far back, we can just edit edge flow towards the sphere. Nope. Cool. 46, what an awkward number. So we have eyeballs somewhere, right? That's the merged one. Okay, so that's the size. So we need to increase the size of this guy fairly, like, a lot. And it needs to go up a fair bit too. That's fine. Alright, cool. Actually, let's duplicate this mesh. Hide that. Extract these guys. Oh, they're grouped, aren't they? Alright, so Let's turn off world symmetry for a moment. Cool. So many faces. This might take a little while. That did not take as long as I expected. Cool, so there's our eyeball. I'll be deleting that in a moment, so I'm not too worried about consistency or anything. There's the midpoint. Cool, so now solo this guy again. I have to edit edge flow like a bitch. Including you and you. Cool, so now we can, oh shit, I accidentally turned off symmetry. Alright, cool, we'll just model it asymmetrical for a while. Luckily we do have a line of symmetry down the whole model, so we can just delete half the model with no issue at all. So we'll just leave it alone for a bit. Also, I'll probably stream until about 10 o'clock, and then I want to go play some games. Alright, so my YouTube on the other screen is like glitching out. So we'll extrude this one more time, and this one will go back more, scale down more, and then this will be the last one. After that it's just a capped hole. So we've got 23, which means 12.5 on each side. So it's not, obviously, so it's not going to close, not 12, 11.5 on each side. So it's not going to close neatly. Can we bevel an edge like this one? That gives us an even number, right? 24. Okay, so that can be divided into 2. So I need to get 12. Bridge. So that should be 12 and that should be 11. Cool. So let's go 2 more across. Fill hole. Fill hole. Multi-cut. Okay, so what I can do now is bring that eye back in, set that as a live object, and quad draw this, like relax it. Oh no, does it backface? Alright, so we're gonna have to do this in a pretty horrible way. Why won't it let me grab that bit? Oh, that's frustrating. So the moment I have to get inside there is the moment it freaks out. Okay. Over scenario. Verts. There we go. There we have an eye socket. So I'm going to need to resolve you now, aren't I? I'm overusing the word resolve. That's not something that needs resolving. Quad draw. It's really struggling right now. We'll fix these manually later. Okay, would have beveled this edge. Although luckily we can just insert a loop here. Oh, and now it comes out the other side. There's times where I wonder, is it worth just ending triangles inside here, but can't. So let's mirror this guy now. Mirror. Cool, that's that. Now a bit of manual modeling to fix all this. Let's just turn on backface culling. So I'm going to bring this area in a bit. That's where the crunkle sits, right? So is it crunkle or cruncula? I always get that bit muddled up. Wait, did I just do more modeling work without? Ah, fuck's sake. Okay, well, let's delete that. Alright, let's turn off this guy, make you live again. And this is a wee loop. Cool. Cool, so now I need to mirror it again because I'm an idiot. Hello. So mirror you back over. Set you to what? How low can it go before it starts to merge stuff? That's actually pretty decent. Down here where it starts to roll. Oh, that's fine. Sick. So, turn that off. Set the face off an edge. Part of me just wants to model an eye. Get some basic eyes in place. Let's just quickly. Why is it so slow to... Do I have it smoothed or something? Is there an upper polygon limit for this tool, like, working? It's not that many polygon. What? Why is it that many polygons? It thinks something's selected. Oh, there we go. That's so weird. So live objects count as you're currently selected. Very strange. Right, so what I'm going to do now, nostrils are quick enough, so let's do those. I need to find a thing of nostrils, like an X-ray or MRI nostrils. MRI nostrils. Nostrils go up a lot further than you expect. I'm trying to find like a good image that's helpful. Oh, fuck it, I'll do it by eye. That accidentally. Alright, fill hole. Okay, we'll sort that out in a moment. For now, let's add the edge flow. Oh, we'll keep that there actually. Technically, these should be like right next to each other, right? That. It's only a thin little wall of cartilage like holding them apart. But then it's all fleshy and stuff, so we'll just keep it like that. What I normally like to do is select like all the verts, and then let's just get rid of the ones that selected outside of the nostril. Keeping soft select on can be so helpful for finding like stray verts. So what I like to do sometimes is just grab all these, go into, where is it? Transform components, set random to max, and just do something like that. And that just makes them a little bit more messy, which means they don't smooth like perfectly. I probably could have gone a bit further on that though. A little bit much, perhaps, but you get the general idea. It does that on the inside. But let's step that back. Right, so let's cap. Could do the classic and just extrude face, merge face to center, and delete every other edge. Ta-da, all quads. In a surprisingly usable fashion too. So, deform, no, not deform, mesh display. There we go. I feel like I definitely need to adjust that model though. Let's use make circular to space things out a bit more evenly. Then I can add the chaos. Circular up until that point. Edit edge flow from that way down. Cool, that'll do for now. We can always adjust that later. Mouth. That's the next bit. We also need to close these guys too. So let's go extrude. Oh, hello. Okay, so we can't do that technique. So what's going to be the best way to do this? 34, which means it's 17 on each side. How do I get rid of this? I'm not doing that. ZBrush doesn't like not having fully quads. What happens? There's a quadrangulate faces, right? So what if I run that down here?
Out of my swamp.
What?
Out of my swamp.
Yeah, out of your swamp.
Not swamp, swamp.
Swamp.
I'm a blue million.
Cool. Do you want me to come watch it with?
I mean, if you're still streaming your Georgia, then I'll
Yeah, I was planning to stream until about 10.
Sure, was it?
Alright, cool. Got that back.
Fuck's sake, Mike's fart.
Oh dear. Can you tell Becky's in the background, guys?
Felt back, it's Mike. Just stinky.
Wait, does ZBrush ignores triangles, right? Oh wait. Oh, it's fine, because it all becomes quads anyway. So let's just do... Wait, what did I just do? Oh, yeah, okay. Because when I smooth this, it becomes triangles anyway. Oh, it becomes quads anyway. So I actually don't need to worry about it. Alright, cool. Alright, so I can start on the inside of the mouth. This is going to be the worst bit. I always hate doing the inside of the mouse. First we need to finish the outside. So set you to live. Wait, quicker way. Add the loop right there. And then just drag these edges. Okay, this is really slow. Why is this so slow now? Might have to end the stream early just to find out what the hell is going on with this. Go watch a film with Becca as well. That'd be nice. Yeah, that's insane. Why is that so slow? I can't work with that. I imagine I could do something like this. So if I delete like that row and below. Wait, let's make it easier on myself. That one below. And then on the original one, delete that row and above. So now I've still got all those. As long as I don't insert any loops, I can just keep them simple. So let's just call this one head geo. Oh, we can delete the selection set too. Okay, so let's see if that's quicker. Yeah, it's real time now. So I just have to separate parts of the mesh. So that's where they should go in different directions. Mouth should start to go up at that point. Upper lip should start to go up into the gums, and lower lip should start going down into the gums. And the model doesn't really do either. I guess that'll do for tonight. How long have we been streaming for? An hour and a bit. An hour 40? So that's okay for like last stream of the holiday. So let's just combine these two meshes. Cool. So I'm going to merge these verts. Cool, so that's body geo. Keep eye sculpt hidden. We're gonna have to start grouping this stuff soon. Cool. So let's duplicate this guy. Smooth this once. Cool, so now what we need to start doing is this shit. So let's hide that for a moment. And we want to transfer source target. Save our scene. Mesh. Cool. And that will completely destroy like inside the eyes and stuff. Oh, you didn't. Oh, it's got max search radius. Still though, so what I want to do now I've got this beautiful, more high-res version. Let's just quickly check that against. Yeah, it seems to have worked. I did select the right model, right? Yeah, it has worked. Cool, so now we need to blend shape, source target, edit mesh, on a deform, blend shape. No deformable, oh yeah, because they've got different topology now. Okay, so they've both got that. So source, target, deform, blend shape, hide you. Okay, so that's the difference. And let's just create a, where do we find it? Where do we paint? Let's paint blend. Oh, yeah, paint weights. There we go. So let's go to tools. Replace. Let's flood to 0. We just want to paint areas like inside the eyes and just sort of fix the obviously broken areas. go. Blend some skin weights, that'll do. Inside the nose is the next area that's destroyed. So what I'm going to do is paint the area that it's been pushed to. Come on. You're struggling now. There we go. I can go in and correct all this stuff in a sec. There we go. So now let's turn that back to I just want to make sure we use a small enough brush where we're just getting individual verts. Oh, we can go a little bit bigger than that. About that big should be fine. Mouth seems to have held up well. Cool. So now, get that, delete the history on it, and quickly fix these random rogue polygons. No idea what's going on there. Cool. Let's get a quick end of stream render going, and then I'll go and watch a movie with Becca. So in the next stream, we should have the inside of the mouth proxy modeled and should start attaching the ears. That's the bit I'm fearing. Keon start attaching the ears. We might not even finish it in one stream. It depends on if we're doing anything else. You could do it easily in an hour, way in an hour, probably close to 20-30 minutes. It's more a case of how preoccupied I am with other stuff on the project. Next stream might be tomorrow, might be the day after. I'm not entirely settled on that yet. Possibly day after, because that'll be Thursday. But yeah, so that's been it for today's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it or learned something or whatever. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your nights. And again, I should be back either tomorrow or Thursday. We'll see. Tomorrow's my last day off, so might just spend the evening relaxing. But yeah, anyway, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye bye.